Welcome to the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast. My name is Katie Dodd, and I'm a nutrition entrepreneur. I spent 7 years as a side hustler before diving into entrepreneurship full time. Before making the leap, I was bringing in 6 figures through my side hustle. If I can do it, you can too. This podcast is for dietitians, interns, and students who want to be inspired to start or perfect the side hustle of their dreams. Let's do this. Welcome to the 166th episode of the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast, BAP Accelerator. I'm so excited in this episode to tell you a little bit more about my new program that is currently being launched out into the world. And I want to share a little bit of the behind the scenes details of why I am making this offer. And I think there's going to be a lot of value that comes from this episode. So I want to tell you what's in the offer, but then also kind of the process. Now, if you are listening to this episode relatively live, the doors to the BAP Accelerator program are open through September 13th. September 13th, 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time, that is when our first call starts. So if you're listening to this live, you still have the opportunity to join. So if you are listening live, go to katiedodd.com. That is my Linktree page, and you'll see the button there to get in or learn more details, but you're going to learn more just by listening to this episode. So let's dive in. So I closed the doors to my Blogging Accelerator program in June. If you have been a long-time listener of the program, you likely know that Blogging Accelerator program is my signature program where I help dietitians build businesses based in blogging. Now, it is a little bit more of a high tier, high price, high commitment, before I closed the doors, it was lifetime access, but it really is my signature program. And I know quite a few of you listening have been through the program. You're in the program. Some of you have been thinking about it. And I think this offer that I'm putting out now, the BAP Accelerator, is going to be the perfect fit for so many of you who weren't quite ready for Big BAP. I've been calling it Big BAP. So I pulled my audience, and I want to pull up, I should have had this pulled up before I started recording. I have 2 screens. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm back to, I took a season where I stopped posting on YouTube, but I'm back to sharing these podcast episodes on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you'll see me looking over to the side, and I am just looking at another screen because I wanted to share, there we go. I wanted to share some results of a poll that I did with my audience, with maybe some of you guys took this poll. I was pretty much asking, how can I help you guys? Now, through Dietitian Side Hustle, you guys know this is a broad brand. I like to help you connect the dots with whatever you want to do related to your side hustle, but my jam is blogging. That is what I am so into. So when I was asking those of you who want to build blog businesses, like, how can I help you? This is some of the results and kind of why I created this program. It was really based off of your feedback. So you guys were looking for something that you could start now. You're like, I don't want to wait till later. I just want to do this now. I have been thinking, dreaming about building a blog business. Like, let's get this started now. You guys also wanted something fast. You didn't want to pay money for something that was going to take weeks and months. You wanted fast, like, let's get this done. And I think that's really smart because, I think even thinking as a dietitian side hustler or a business owner, we think like, oh, to charge more money, I've got to make something last forever. But actually, people will pay more if you give them the same result in less time. So you guys are like, less time. I don't got a lot of time. I'm a side hustler. Let's do this fast. You guys also wanted something that's self-paced, meaning like life gets busy. I'm a side hustler. I've got all these things going on in my life. Like, give me something that I can do on my own just in case I get a little behind or in case I need to speed up a little bit. You also asked for the tools, the how-to, and this has been a pretty consistent theme that I've heard from the audience. Tell me what to do, and I will do it. So give me the tools on how to do it. And then finally, a lot of you shared you were looking for maybe a lower price product to get started because my BAP product is a $6,000 offer. And so for many of you, that just wasn't attainable with the season that you're in. So taking all that feedback with something you could start now, something that you can do fast, something that has a self-paced element to it, tools and resources, a little bit more of an affordable path, I created the BAP Accelerator. So I did a beta of this program in, I feel like I should know, but I'm drawing a blank. It was around spring. I feel like it was around April, May. And we had 19 people go through the beta of this program, and it was incredible. It was so amazing. And I'm going to kind of go back and forth because I want to dive into telling you guys what the program is. And just kind of in a nutshell, it's really designed to help you launch your blog business. It's designed to get you started. It's a program designed to help you start now. It's only 5 weeks long, self-paced. You do have lifetime access to the courses. And if you're going through this live cohort that we are doing starting September 13th, 2023, then you're going to get 6 live calls with me. And so there's going to be a welcome call and then a call to go along with each week. You're going to get 15 plus resources from me. Those are the tools, the things to help you, make life easier, from templates to checklists, all the things. And it is a much more affordable program. Instead of the $6,000 offer, this is a $1,000 offer. For now, as I'm, this is the first time I'm officially launching this program out. So it is a lower ticket offer for those of you looking to get started. So I want to share with you guys a concept that my business coach shared with me. And I really liked this idea. And the whole idea is, with whatever you're doing in business, and I'm sharing the example of how I help dietitians with blog businesses, but you can think of this for whatever you do, right? Whatever path you're on as a side hustler. So we think of what is the goal. When someone works with us, what are they trying to achieve? Like, what is the goal to them, the thing that they want more than anything? And I would say for blog businesses, there's lots of things that people want. What they want to get started, they want to have a presence online, they want to drown out false information, they want to make money now, they want to make money later, they want to build that passive income, they want time freedom, they want financial freedom. Many people want to leave their jobs because they have this blog business working on the back end. But I would say the gold for most people, like kind of the big gold standard of blogging, something that makes it unique, is the passive income. So for me, when I think of how I help people, I think of the gold, passive income through blogging. So how can I help someone get the gold? Now, there's many ways that I can help you get the gold. I can give you a map. I can show you, okay, here's a map. Here's where the gold is. Here's how you do it. You take the map and then you go on your own, right? Will you find the gold? Sure. Might it take you a while? Might it be challenging? Might you be like, never mind, I'm going to go back to my life. This is too hard. Maybe, right? But it's possible. Now, something that could make your life a little bit easier is, in addition to having that map, having some tools, right? If you're getting close to the goal, you got to have some tools. It's going to be hard if you're just working with your hands or trying to makeshift something in nature. So if you have the tools, well, golly, that's going to help you get there a lot faster, right? Now, probably the best way to reach the goal is to have a guide, right? Instead of just having a map, doing it on your own, maybe you have some tools, you actually have a guide, someone who has been there, done that. They know where the gold is because they got the gold themselves. And so they are going to lead you to the gold and help you on your journey to get it. Now, the way I have broken up my blogging accelerator program, because, the doors closed in June, right now I'm kind of dripping out a little bit of how it's going to be looking different moving forward, is there's different levels, okay? So when we think of the map could be, I just did my blogging as a business webinar last week. If you missed it, go to blogfreebie.com. Blogfreebie.com, the replay's there. You can access it now. So I like to think of the blogging as a business webinar as a map, because you can watch that and I tell you behind the scenes, here's how you do it. I give you a nice little checklist and you can go do it yourself, right? Now, do most people who do that path have success? Probably not, right? But really, you are the one thing you can control, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. A lot of people just, they have amazing success, but I think of the webinar as, I'm giving you the map. I'm showing you, okay, here's how to do it. Can you get to passive income through just that webinar? Probably, right? I'm giving you the map. So this program that I've created with the Accelerator program, it's kind of, I'm giving you the tools, I'm giving you those templates, I'm giving you the resources, and I'm your guide for the 6 weeks that you are in the program. So that's kind of, I hope that makes sense of kind of what this program is and how it can help you. So I've got the BAP Accelerator. I do have this course. I've had it for, years now. It's my fast track blog builder. I'm going to be working soon on updating that. And so that's going to be kind of a map version too. When that comes out, it's going to be kind of a hybrid combo of here's how you build your blog, but then also, here's how you get on the path to making passive income. So eventually that program will kind of be the map in addition to my free webinar. Then we have the BAP Accelerator, which is really all about, getting your blog started, getting it off the ground, learning how to build traffic. And then later on in this year, I'm going to be launching the BAP Platinum program. So the BAP Platinum program, this really is kind of that next level of I am your guide for an entire year. It's really where we help you focus on, okay, you've built the bones of your blog business. Now let's focus on monetization. Let's focus on making you money. So when I think of what I'm doing to help dietitians with blogging as a business, it really is, I'm trying to offer different options for everyone based on where you're at, based on what you're looking for. And what I'm excited about with the accelerator is it kind of gives an opportunity for those who, because I listened to you guys, like a lot of you were like, Katie, I really wanted to join blogging accelerator program. I just can't do that price point right now. So my hope is like, okay, let's not cut that in half. Let's not cut it in a third. Let's cut it down to 1K instead of 6K. And my goal is to help even more dietitians get their foot in the door, start building their blog business. And yeah. Okay. I want to tell you more about the program. Oh, and the other thing I want to add. So moving forward, this program isn't just for dietitians. Y'all know I like to talk to dietitians. I am a dietitian. That's where I started serving people. But over time, we've just gradually had other professions like PTs, chiros, people join the program. And so with this particular launch, it isn't just for dietitians. It's really all healthcare professionals, because honestly, it's like what we're doing, it's the same path, it's the same journey. We're all focused on getting more evidence-based information to the public and to help people. So I wanted to mention that. So let me tell you guys a little bit more about what's included in the accelerator program. Okay, so I mentioned it's a 5-week self-paced program. I'm actually re-recording everything. The beta program, they had a really great experience, but my goal is I want to make this even bigger and better. So I'm going to be re-recording everything from scratch. So each week, if you go through this live cohort, you're going to get the content dripped out. Okay. So the first week is really all about discovering your niche, but also discovering your path. So if you decide like, okay, I want to build a blog business. I want to build something that long-term will make me passive income, an online business right now that could potentially make me money in the now. I recorded an episode recently about now money, later money. So, a blog is an online business that can do both, right? The gold is the passive income, that later money, but you're going to discover for your blog business, what is your niche going to be, but also what is your passive income path? And what I mean by that is, what is your goal with your website, right? Because we all are going to have different goals. And so you're going to get clarity not only in what your niche is, but then also clarity in what you're going to do with it. Now, many of you out there are like, well, Katie, I already know my niche. This is the first week of the program, but it's going to be good for everyone because it will either help you to solidify, yes, this is my niche. I'm 100% behind it. I'm ready to do this. Or you might decide to modify your niche. Like, okay, well, this is what I plan to do, but actually now maybe I want to do X, Y, and Z instead. Let's throw this in there. Or maybe, just maybe, you might decide to change your niche altogether. You might decide, you know what? I've always gone with this niche because it's what I felt I had to do. But if I could do anything, what I really want to do is this. And since I'm building a new business, I'm going to go this route. So the first week of the program is really going to help anyone, whether or not you are just getting started, you have no idea what you're doing, or even if you've been doing a thing for a while and you're like, okay, I want to do this. So that's our first week. Now, the next week is going to be all about building your website. Now, some of you do have a website, but if you have a website and you're not building traffic, you're not making money, what you would be doing during this week is you would be doing a blog audit. So what we would be doing is just really having you audit your website to make sure it's optimized for SEO. Based on your audit, you would be making changes that week to make sure that your website is ready to rock and roll. I just want to throw out, I realized I'm doing this. I'm using the terms website and blog interchangeably. Just so you guys know, your website is kind of the big shebang. A blog is a page on your website. A blog is the articles that drives traffic to your website. I use them interchangeably. Technically, they're different, but for the purpose of what I talk about, they're kind of the same. Okay, just wanted to mention that. So week 2, you build your website. If you already have a website, you're going to audit it. If you don't, you're going to build it. I mentioned I have a course. It's the Fast Track Blog Builder. It's designed to help you build a self-hosted WordPress website from scratch in just 1 week. Now, I know it can sound scary and overwhelming, but I provide video modules, templates, tools, everything you need to have a website live on the internet in a week. So on week 3, we dive into learning SEO tactics. SEO is search engine optimization. This is the strategy on how you get your content, how you get your blog information to show up on the first page of Google. This is how you build the traffic. It is necessary for blogging. This is how you build traffic. Week 4 is kind of a continuation of SEO, but you are learning something called keyword research. I'm going to teach you my strategy, the one I use myself, to do a deep dive into the data to find topics to write about for your first year, if not longer, of blogging. So that way you make sure that every single article you're putting out has a fighting chance to rank on the first page of Google, so you're not wasting your time creating content no one's going to read. Now in week 5, you are going to publish your first SEO optimized blog article. It is going to be live. So by the time we wrap up this program, you're going to have clarity in your niche for your website, who you serve, your passive income path, and what you're going to do with the blog. You are going to have your website live on the internet, optimized for SEO. You are going to have an understanding of SEO. You are going to have topics to write about for your first year, if not longer, of blogging. You'll have already done it, so you will be on your path to continue to build your blog business. So this is the program. I'm so excited for it. There's going to be some bonuses in there too. In addition to the calls with me, we're going to have some fun challenges in the group. I'm always on this mission to help you guys, finish what you start and show up to the calls and do the things that you signed up for the program for. Now, I'm also throwing in my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. This is valued at $2,000. I sell it for $497. You're going to get it as a free bonus in the program. And did I mention the guarantee? Now, what I'm providing this time is that if by the time the program's over, your website isn't live, you don't have your first SEO optimized blog article published out into the world, I'm going to keep working with you until you do. So I cannot wait to work with so many of you as you start building your blog business. I just cannot wait to have more of us healthcare professionals, dietitians taking over the internet. So thanks so much for joining me today on this episode. Behind the scenes, y'all know I don't edit, but there's been a couple edits in this, just 2 little snippets, because my computer is so full that it's out of room. So it's cutting off these videos. It's saying, go delete some more stuff. I had a whole fiasco last week, you guys, a whole fiasco. I actually bought a new computer. I am still on my old computer because, it's like the process of switching over. You have so many files, things set up. Even for this podcast, a lot of it's like, it's a whole thing, right? So anyways, I bought a external hard drive. I went to Best Buy and I was like, give me the most expensive one you have. And I went ahead and bought it. It was like $250. It's huge. And I'm like, okay, this is a really good, a good external hard drive. This was 6 months ago. Yes, I bought a computer 6 months ago and still not switched over to it. But I actually have it set up. I have a standing desk in my office. So, I have sit down, old school computer, stand up, new computer. I transfer all my files over to this hard drive with the plan of, okay, I'm going to switch it over, bring it over to my new computer. And for 4 months, I've been saving all my new files. Now, last week, that hard drive broke. And with it, my soul didn't break, but it was like such a bummer. I'm like, what in the heck? How did this happen? I brought it into Best Buy and they're like, oh, there's nothing we can do. We can send it off. And I was like, well, I need it because I was, doing my blogging as a business webinar last week and there's lots of files on there I need. And so they told me, well, maybe find someone local who could do it. I called around. No one local could help. One person tried to help me out. He couldn't do it. Sent it to someone up north in Oregon. They couldn't do it. And now it's being sent off to somewhere. It's probably going to cost me a lot of money, but golly, it's my business. I need my files. So, side note, that's what I've been up to behind the scenes. And so, a friendly reminder to back up your data, but then also backing it up to the cloud, moving forward, because, once something like this happens, we're like, never again. I'm going to start like on a regular basis, maybe weekly, like in addition to having everything saved, but like uploading it to the cloud. My vision was this external hard drive was kind of my backup, right? But apparently those fail. And everyone's telling me, they're like, well, gosh, this shouldn't have happened. I'm like, that's nice. So nice, but it did. So anyways, all that to say, I have edited this episode a couple times because I'm just babbling on like this and then it cuts off. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was so fun to share with you guys more about what I've been working on behind the scenes with the BAP Accelerator program, kind of how I'm changing and restructuring the Big Blogging Accelerator program. And I do want to say, if you are in my Big Blogging Accelerator program and you're like, Katie, I would love to learn more about this particular program, including those calls, reach out to me and we can chat. So I feel like I already said it, but again, I've said it so many times and I've gotten cut off. So if I've said it too many times, I apologize, but I am so excited for this new group that I'm going to be working with. I hope that it's you. I would love to work with you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you who listen to the podcast. So maybe this is our opportunity to work together. If not now, maybe later. Our time will come. But for those of you who do want to continue working with me in one way or another, you can go to katiedodd.com. That is my Linktree page. In addition to having the information to sign up for the accelerator, there's all kinds of ways about how we could work together, even if it's just you going to my website, using the free resources, joining the Facebook community. There's lots of different ways that we can work together. So that page is always changing. Always go check it out. And thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I appreciate you all so, so much and hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys.